Good afternoon. My name is Tadzie Madzima, and this is what people know me for, right? This is what the world sees. They see the Tadzie Madzima that is award-winning. They see the Tadzie Madzima that travels the world. They see the Tadzie Madzima who's career-driven. This is what the world sees. I have people that are always coming and asking me, when will you ever stop traveling? Last week, you were in Germany. The week before that, you were in the US. You're such an inspiration. How do you do it? How do you manage? Give us tips so that we can also do all the amazing things that you do. As a woman, you're an inspiration to us women so that we can also do the same amazing things. We also want to travel. This is what people don't see. The behind the curtain, the behind the scenes of what all of that costs. The taking care of my 2 boys, the juggling hospital visits when my boys are sick, the trying to look for childcare and who's going to take care of my kids when I'm traveling to Germany or when I'm going to the USA. Who's going to take care of the bills? Who's going to make sure that everything is okay at home whilst Tadzie Madzima is traveling the world? The moments of fatigue and tiredness. The moments when I have to walk away from my little 7-year-old boy and tell him, Mommy will be back. Don't worry, Mommy always comes back. The time when I'm anxious because I'm away from my kids for maybe 6 weeks or even 2 months because I'm pursuing a career. The moments of crying, of exhaustion, of juggling multiple things. Because I have decided to be a career-driven woman in a Zimbabwean patriarchal society. I think you noticed in my previous picture, the one in the middle, when I went to the US, I was selected as a 2018 Mandela Washington Fellow. This is what the world saw. The world didn't see the fact that I had to leave my baby and I had to wean him off milk. The world didn't see that I was breastfeeding when I left him. So when I went to the US for 6 weeks, I was lactating. I was actually lactating on the plane. My clothes would spoil. I would think, is my baby okay? Is everything okay? But if you see the picture, you see me smiling and happy, but you don't know that behind the scenes, the cost of what it's taking for me to be able to be this woman is a very high cost. And the funny thing is, 4 months ago, I was invited for a talk to expose women who are career-driven to more opportunities, but at the same time to try and understand why women are not taking up opportunities. So I was invited to discuss the reasons why women, though they are being encouraged to apply, why are women not taking up those opportunities? Why are women not grabbing those opportunities? We have been crying for equality. The opportunities are now there. But why are the numbers of women who are actually grabbing these opportunities not increasing at the pace that we wanted to increase. So my presentation is on the balancing act, and it's a daring balancing act. Before I answer that question, first we have to actually look at the background of the evolution of women. In the 1950s, the popular magazine 17 wrote an article on how to be a woman. The harder the wife works, the cuter she looks. Gosh, honey, you seem to thrive on cooking, cleaning, and dusting, and I'm all tucked out by closing time. What's the answer? Vitamins, darling. I always get my vitamins. So the cuteness comes from the hard work of taking care of the home. This was in the 1950s. So women were expected to take care of the home. And you were taught how to be a woman. It says that the woman is a partner of man, not his rival, not his enemy or plaything. Your responsibility is to create a haven, a home, a way of life for you and your children. Actually, being a mother is an exciting career. That's what they said. And there was a Pepsi Cola that they said helps out in remaining slim and attractive for your husband. In the 60s, women began to wake up. Somehow, it was no longer enough to just look cute in the kitchen. Women wanted jobs. So to pacify women, what they did is they started giving women jobs such as teacher, a nurse, or secretary. But you wouldn't get the other jobs, such as engineer or doctor. Women had limited career options. And women started saying they wanted equality. But what did that look like? They wanted equal pay. They wanted shared responsibility. And they wanted the end of violence. One medical dean actually said, hell yeah, we do keep women out when we can. We don't want them here. Openly saying that he was very much okay with women not getting these positions. If women want to work, they can be a secretary, they can be a nurse, they can be a teacher, but a woman cannot be a doctor. As we progressed from the 50s into the 60s, we realized that it was even harder for black women. Because for black women, it was not just about women's rights. It was about human rights as well. Because black women were not even allowed to sit in the bus. And in 1955, Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat to a white man on a bus in Montgomery. And that started another movement, another civil rights movement. And so the civil rights movements and the women's rights movements have increased over the years. We have the March for Women's Lives that took place in 2004. We now have He for She that was initiated by the UN. So many movements have taken place, but what's the result? What have they actually achieved? So in some areas, yes, there has been some improvement. Child marriage, for example, and female genital mutilation has declined. Women are also playing a bigger part in the political arena. But according to the World Economic Forum, we are 132 years behind. It's going to take 132 years to close the global gender gap. Why are we still behind? We have had so many movements. We have had so many initiatives. We have had so many protests. We have had so many policies and laws. Why are we still behind? Because I believe that it's going to take more than just equality. I believe that it's going to take equity. We cannot just focus on equality without taking a look at the challenges that are making equality difficult to achieve. So equity helps us to address the challenges that make equality hard to achieve. It's one thing to give me an opportunity to go to school as a girl. But at the same time, I have to wake up at 4 a.m. and boil water for my father and my mother, and I have to make sure that my siblings have bathed as a girl. I cannot go to school without cleaning the house. I cannot go to school without preparing breakfast for my siblings. And yet my brother can just wake up, and even if he hasn't showered, he just rushes out of the home and he goes to school. Yes, you have given me an education, but you have not dealt with the challenges that I am facing in the pursuit of that education. That's where the gap is. It's not enough for us to just give women opportunities. We have to tackle the reasons why it is hard for women to grab those opportunities. Why is it hard for the woman to take up the opportunity? Right now, many job descriptions say women are encouraged to apply. If you're being encouraged to apply, why are you not applying? Here's an example. What's the matter? It's the same distance. What are you complaining about, women? Yes, more women can work, but we are still expected to do everything else that was done in the 50s. And on top of me having a career, I'm also expected to clean, to wash, to feed my children, to have babies. Because somehow I am not the right kind of woman. I'm not complete if I am not cleaning, if I'm not doing house chores, if I'm not doing all those domestic things, then I'm no longer a woman. And according to our society, the definition of a woman, even now in 2023, is a woman who can take care of the home. Is a woman who can take care of the home. She can take care of the kids. And you will be celebrated for how well you've taken care of your husband, and how well you've taken care of your kids, how well you've raised your family. But you will not be celebrated for traveling the world, for becoming a CEO, for pursuing a career. So what can be done? I'll give you an example, and I'll go back to what I started off with, where I was invited for an event to talk about why are women not grabbing these opportunities. And the women decided to open up and share and say that I had to put my career on hold when I got married. I'm behind. Yes, I'm in my 40s, but really, I only have 5 years experience. Because I spent the first 15 years of my life since I was 20 taking care of my husband and my children. And now it's very difficult for me to apply for this opportunity because I'm behind. So I do not think I qualify, and I feel that there are others who qualify more than me. Why are you not taking this opportunity? The age barrier for this opportunity is 35, and I'm 40, and I'm 45. I've spent my life taking care of my husband and my children. I've already passed the 35-year gap. So how am I supposed to apply for this opportunity? As much as I might want to, I won't be able to get it because I'm above the age of 35. Why are you not applying for this opportunity? I have children. Who's going to take care of my kids whilst I'm in the US or Germany or wherever for 6 weeks? Why are you not applying for this opportunity? I'm pregnant. Why are you not applying for this opportunity? Women shared so many reasons why they're not applying for the opportunities. So is it enough to write, women are encouraged to apply? You're encouraging me to apply based off what? Because the minute I see that, I'll think, who's going to take care of my kids? Is my husband going to approve or give me the permission to pursue this? In some of the responses that we got, they were saying that their spouses were against them traveling. Others were saying that their husbands did not want them to pursue a career. That's why they were not applying. So this is why we're 132 years behind. Yes, we're providing the opportunities, but we are not tackling the challenges that women face in grabbing those opportunities. The mindset, the things that happen in a woman's mind when she's thinking about that opportunity. What will it cost me to grab this opportunity? So we cannot just level the playing ground. We have to shift mindsets. We have to shift culture. We have to shift policies. We have to change stereotypes. It cannot just be about increasing access to opportunities. It has to be a whole system change. And the system change cannot just be reduced to something as simple as girls can now go to school. How about you also make sure that her siblings, her brothers, are also helping her to make sure that the chores are done before she leaves home, so that she does not have to carry that weight alone. How about you give an opportunity to study and not expect her that from the time she comes back from school, she's supposed to cook for the whole family? How about we take all of that into consideration before we just give opportunities? Women aren't always able to take advantage of the opportunities because of motherhood, marriage, career breaks, and age limits. So what can be done? Here are a few examples of what can be done. Menstrual leave is a good start. Because we know that women go on menstruation, and women are still expected to come to work when they're menstruating. Spain has approved legislation providing menstrual leave for workers, becoming the first European country to recognize this entitlement. And so when you put that on women are encouraged to apply, I am more encouraged. Because you have given me not just equality, but equity. Supporting mothers, lactation programs to support women who are breastfeeding at work, giving them a private space to express milk, right? All of that, all of these lactation programs are helpful, right? And it's good because what it does is, for example, even in the incident where I said that I had to go to the US and I was lactating, it was actually helpful for me to be able to find a space where I could express milk. And so if you put this on a job description and you say that if you're a mom, you have a private space to express milk, then I am encouraged to apply. The role of fathers. We need to encourage fathers to take parental leave and consequently help women to stay in employment. These are policies that we need to put together. Child care benefits, right? tackling age barriers, extending the window of opportunity for women over 35, mental health policies, as well as initiatives that tackle sexual harassment at work. We need to go beyond the statement, women are encouraged to apply. Because no woman is going to apply just because of a statement that says you are encouraged to apply. Women think about a lot of things before they take up an opportunity. They think about their children. They think about their home. They think about perceptions of society. They think about benefits. So as we're talking about the evolvement of women, we must take into consideration all of these facets and aspects to ensure that women do grab those opportunities. That's what equity is all about. And I will end with this. This is my niece. Her name is Isabella. This is my son. He is 7 years old and his name is Jeremy. When it comes to chores, they know no gender. Whose responsibility is it to make sure that women are empowered, that women feel that they're heard? It's everyone's responsibility. As a parent, as an aunt, it's my responsibility from the time that she is still young to know that she can own the world. And it's okay for her to be able to pursue the things she loves. At the same time, as a mom, it's my responsibility to make sure that he knows that women deserve a fair share in society and that he has a responsibility too. So in a nutshell, it's everyone's responsibility when it comes to women empowerment. The way we raise our children will determine how soon we'll be able to close that 132-year gap. So it's not going to take institutions only. It's a societal effort to make sure that we are all playing our parts to make sure that women feel that they are getting the support that they need.